the late mayor's house and joins us live. Tumaole, good afternoon. Good to speak to you. What are some of the tributes that are coming through at this time?
Well, a very good afternoon to you, Hugo, and a good afternoon to the viewers. The tributes that are pouring in at this time, apart from those who have been converging here at Geoff Makhubo's house, is on social media. You would see that there have been various reactions that have been coming forth following the news of Makhubo's passing. And these tributes are basically paying homage to Makhubo and hailing him as, of course, a champion of transformation, a champion of black economic empowerment, and someone who has made a meaningful contribution to that particular policy, particularly for government, and also which is one of the central policies of the ruling African National Congress. But, of course, there are his detractors, and they have also been making their presence felt somewhat subduely, not as much as those who are in favor of what he has done or in favor of him, but the detractors have also been coming forward and saying that while they are sending their condolences over his passing, it is they have noted that Geoff Makhubo, had a lot to answer to before the State Capture Commission of Inquiry in terms of some of the questionable contracts that were issued by the City of Johannesburg. When you think about EOH and the IT contract that was issued out, that's just one of them. And of course, these are some of the displays and some of the debates that are going on the social media platforms about his legacy and how he will be remembered.
Any successes to speak of during his tenure as Mayor of Joburg?
Hugo, I didn't quite get that. Can you please repeat the question?
Are there any successes that we're going to highlight when we speak about his legacy, certainly as the Mayor of the City of Joburg?
Well, certainly, in terms of those who were beneficiaries of Makhubo's, policies of enlisting and using particularly black-owned companies in terms of campaigns that were run by the City of Joburg, in terms of things like activations, in terms of empowering the youth. There are certainly quite a few successes, and these have been lauded on social media, as I mentioned earlier. And in terms of the administration, overall administration, though, things didn't look so good for Geoff Makhubo, because the City of Joburg had numerous litigations, and there were allegations of corruption, allegations of maladministration, and these were put squarely at his doorstep when he came as the incumbent in terms of being the mayor of the City of Joburg. And when you look at the evidence that was given before the State Capture Commission of Inquiry, as I've mentioned earlier, there were certainly quite a lot of serious questions and quite a lot of serious oversight issues that were placed at his doorstep. Now, Geoff Makhubo, in terms of his testimony as a witness before the State Capture Commission of Inquiry, was very forthright and very, honest about those shortcomings, saying that he should have done better, and his office and officials in the city should have done better to have seen these oversight problems. And, when one looks at what the reaction and backlash was when Makhubo was saying that perhaps his understanding of the PFMA might have led to some of those oversight problems. Many people scoffed at that, because Geoff Makhubo was a highly educated, highly decorated in the academic sector, knowing that he was an economist, someone who had degrees in that field. So that didn't seem to sit well. It didn't sit well with the evidence leaders as well. However, that is the biggest criticism there, to say, how could this have happened under his watch, when you look at the EOH contracts that were given out, and how it has turned out that monies were paid unduly, and monies found their way, which were meant to service the city of Joburg, into ANC party coffers to raise funds for campaigning and other programs, party programs. And of course, lining, it is alleged, the pockets of the party's top brass. So how did this happen? And these are some of the, very damning, if I can say, damning legacies that he has now left behind, despite, of course, some of the great things that he has managed to achieve.
Tumaole, finally, are there a number of people that have been coming through to pay their last respects?
Yes, certainly there have been a number of people that have been coming through to pay their respects, and this would be, of course, Geoff Makhubo's colleagues, comrades within the African National Congress, as well as relatives, family members have been coming through, making their way into the family home here behind me. I'm just going to step out of shot again. You can just see that it's become relatively quieter than it was earlier, and the family has been keeping quite strict restrictions in terms of the number of people that are allowed in at any given time in compliance with COVID-19 restrictions. And you can see there's an ANC flag that's draped across the front wall at the entrance to the family home. So there have been people who have been coming in and out. In terms of any high-profile people, this afternoon, really, I have not seen any high-profile people, but it has been relayed to me rather reliably that, of course, President Cyril Ramaphosa is expected to come and, of course, send his condolences personally to the family, the Makhubo family. We expect, from what we understand, that this would happen tomorrow. We had been in contact with Pule Mabe, the spokesperson of the African National Congress, and he did confirm that, yes, indeed, President Cyril Ramaphosa is expected, schedule permitting, but he is expected to come and to pay his respects here.
Tumaole Mohlaoli, thank you for your time this afternoon.